Mabrika! Welcome to a new episode of Let's Talk Taíno. I'm Priscilla Colon, co-founder and creative here at Casa Reito, where our mission is to promote the Taíno language and culture. Today, we're going to be talking about all of the languages we speak. That's right, we're going to be learning about new country names and then talking about all the languages that are spoken in those countries. So, are you ready to get started? Let's start with the verb to speak. In Taíno, ajíya means to speak. Now, if you want to say that you speak a certain language, you can say dak ajíya, I speak, then add the language. For example, dak ajíya Taíno naiki, I speak Taíno. That's simple enough, right? Now, let's take a quick tour around the globe. We're going to be talking about each country and language. Arat, ota, anaiki. First, we'll say where we come from. For example, dak guarico, Franciarat. I come from France. Then, we'll say the language that is spoken. For example, dak ajíya Francinaiki. I speak French. You see how that works? So let's do an exercise where we're going to talk about the country first. Then you'll have to choose the language that each person speaks based on that country. It'll be a little bit of a challenge, but I think you can do it. So let's get started. Let's start with the first sentence. Buk guarico Estaduni darat. You come from the United States. So, how do I fill in the blank? Buk ajíya. You speak. Here are your choices. Inglenaiki, Francinaiki, Españaiki. Which language do you think we should complete the sentence with? That's right, Inglenaiki. Now let's read the whole sentence together. Buk ajíya Inglenaiki. You speak English. Now, of course, in the United States, many languages are spoken, but I'm just giving you an overarching example of how you might be able to complete your own sentences. Now let's do the second example. Let's read the sentence first. Nahak guarico Mexik arat. They come from Mexico. So how would you complete the sentence? Nahak ajíya. What's the language you should use? Let's look at our choices. Inglenaiki, Francinaiki, or Españaiki. That's right. The answer is Españaiki, Spanish, because if you come from Mexico, you are likely to speak that language. Now let's read the whole sentence aloud. Nahak ajíya Españaiki. They speak Spanish. Now let's do the last example. Tuk guarico Brasil arat. She comes from Brazil. So if she's from Brazil, how do we complete the sentence? Tuk ajíya. Which language should we use? Let's look at our options. Inglenaiki, Portuganaiki, Españaiki. That's right. The answer is Portuganaiki, Portuguese. Now let's read the whole sentence together. Tuk ajíya Portuganaiki. She speaks Portuguese. Wasn't that a cool activity? We used a lot of the country names that we've already learned, plus some new ones. Put them together with language names, and now you can say that you speak a variety of different languages. That was a lot of fun. Now, why don't we review one more time everything we learned today? Dak Guarico, I come from. Arat, country. Franciarat, France. Ajíya, to speak. Dak ajíya, I speak. Anaiki, language. Francinaiki, French. Estadunidarat, United States. Inglenaiki, English. Mexicarat, Mexico. Españaiki, Spanish. Brasilarat, Brazil. Portuganaiki, Portuguese. Thank you again for joining me here week after week, learning Taíno and about the culture of our ancestors. I've learned so much. I've added so much more vocabulary to my reserve, and I hope you have too. I knew that we could do it. In the meantime, make sure that you are checking out all of the resources that we have available in our link tree. I've left the link below. Sign up for a newsletter so that you stay in the know. You'll get sneak peeks about upcoming episodes and projects that we're working on. Speaking of projects, we have a brand new one coming in 2023. So make sure that you follow us and follow at Taíno Conference. It's going to be a huge event for the Taíno community. In the meantime, Tay Karaya Guaitiao Nagu.